Hi guys, I'm Karen Rice and welcome to my YouTube channel. This video today is going to be all about painting in pen and wash. If you've got any questions you'd like to ask, put them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, shall we get on with it? So before I start the demonstration, I just thought I'd flick through one of my sketchbooks just to show you my sort of style of pen and wash. And as you can see, this is a little trip. I went to France, actually, Normandy, and it was just, there's Mont Saint-Michel. I had an amazing time there. I stood and sketched this. As you can see, the date there is the 24th of April, 2005. Oh my gosh, where's that time gone? But it's just lovely. It's like a visual diary, isn't it? You've got all the sort of memories. I've got a lovely, just a simple sketch here. So some trees and some water, sky with a water soluble pen, and you can see the watercolour bled. It's just yummy. So here are all my materials that I use for pen and wash. I'm not going to use them all in this video, but as you can see, I use waterproof pens, water soluble pens, mapping pens, twig, bamboo, and also my Winsor & Newton travel palette as well is very useful when you're out sketching. Here's the pen I'm going to be using. It's Uni Pin. It's a fine liner and waterproof. This is the reference I'm going to be using. It's a couple under their umbrella, and I've used a twig and some Indian ink. I've also used a bit of pastel on there as well, but I'm using my waterproof fine liner here and I'm sketching in the umbrella. I've got a very, very loose sketching style. I kind of almost, you call it a scribble almost, but it's kind of fun to do. But if you notice, every now and again I sort of stop my pen and I use sort of dots, almost like a mapping sort of way of drawing. It's like a tool I use to help me with my observation and stops me from sort of scribbling on, as it were. So I'm just putting in a little bit more detail here. The arm, the elbow of the guy, the hair of the lady. I always like to give her a handbag, love a handbag, and sort of, sometimes it's quite fun really, because you're almost, I'm doing this completely from my imagination. Obviously I'm using the reference, but I've years ago I used to sell quite a few of these. They were very popular and I used to sell them, and kind of romantic couples walking along in a rainy day scene. So always having to think about what sort of colour coats and bags and different colours umbrellas, and it was a really fun time actually, drawing and painting these, and I just thought I'd like to share that with you. Now this is called cross hatching, what I'm doing here, and it's a very sort of traditional thing to do when you're using pen and ink or pen and wash, and it obviously shows shading. So when you cross hatch once, it's sort of softer shading, and you go over again, it just makes things darker and darker. I'm using some dots here to show the rain as well, but dots and mark making a useful thing with pen and wash or line and wash, just because it shows all the different marks you can make with the pen. Now I don't know if you noticed there, but my pen started to run out of ink, so I've changed it to a size 2 fine liner here, same brand, and you can see the ink is flowing a little bit more there. They do tend to dry up after a while, these pens, and I always say to my students, make sure you put the lids back on, and also don't use them on top of damp paint, because they just seem to not work after that. It's a good little tip there for you. So I'm just putting a little bit more detail here. Really, as you can see, having a good old scribble. My scribbles always seem to look like something in the end, and it's a really good way I sort of try to express myself. Let's get painting. I'm just using a bit of a grey, Payne's grey for this umbrella here. Putting it on wet on dry. The trick with pen and wash is to leave little gaps. Don't fill everything in. It really looks very effective that way. So what better than to paint a lovely bright red coat? Something that I probably wouldn't have the guts to wear myself, but I do like to paint my ladies with lovely bright pink or red coats. You can see why these palettes, these Winsor & Newton little palettes, are quite good, because they're great for going outdoor sketching. You can just get the colours from the pans and just do a pen and wash quite easily. They can be tucked in your bag or your pocket. I'm just putting a nice sort of blue coat on there. You don't want to make the washes too dark or too thick and creamy. I'm going to just do one layer here, let that dry, and then do another layer. but I don't try to fill everything in like a colouring book exercise. Just keep it all really nice and loose. And if you notice as well, I just get the colour straight from the pans. I hardly even sort of mix it. I just put it straight on the paper, which is quite nice as well. So I'm just going to mix up some Payne's Grey here with some of the blue and put some of the shadow colours on. Wet on dry, and just put literally just one stroke. You can see there I just literally just put the paint on one stroke. It's a really good way of painting in watercolour. It disciplines you and stops you making the paint muddy, which is a very common thing that you can go wrong in watercolour. So I'm just finishing off now with a little bit of spattering, so look like the raindrops, and it creates quite a bit of an atmospheric look on this little sketch. So I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. It's just a quick one, just showing you my process in pen and wash and the different ways I approach it. If you've got any questions about this video, please put them in the comments section below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Happy painting. Bye for now.